So we have like some spent greens that we was gonna let them go to seed, or at least leave the buds for the bees to start coming in. But I think what we're gonna do is it's taking a lot of, if you can look at the cantaloupe, they can't really get the sunlight that they need here because these are kind of overgrown in the way. So by us cutting these out, we're gonna cut them all out. I told you I don't pull out. We've been trying this new technique where you just cut it at the base and leave the roots in the ground to decompose. So we'll cut all of these out, and then while we're doing that, I'll let her ready herself, prepare herself to be a planter. All right, so let's pull those out. I came home about 12 or 1 o'clock one night, and it stormed. I mean, it stormed. It literally, when they say the heavens open, the heavens open. I mean, lightning, thunder, torrential rain. And I woke up that morning, the lightning or the thunder kind of woke me up around, I'd say 4, I think I looked at the clock, it said 4:25. And I looked out and I saw the rabbit cage was turned over. And so I went out, and it was no rabbit, I mean, at all. I wouldn't think nobody would have came stole it as it was raining like it was. I mean, to come through that kind of rain to steal a rabbit, I don't think anybody would do that. So I don't know. We really don't know what happened on that occasion. So what we're doing today, like I said, is as I take these out, we'll be just replanting, looking for space. Sometimes you have more plants than you have space, and by leaving these in, they're doing nothing but just taking from the soil. And I wish we still had the rabbits where I can just feed them these greens, but I'll feed them to the chickens and they'll eat as well. I might even take some for myself.
Daddy.
Huh?
I said daddy.
So that's easy, and basically we're gonna come through here and kind of just weed while we got everything down. And it's so easy in these raised beds to get this stuff weeded out.
Daddy.
Huh?
This one they're gonna do if they eat that.
We ain't gonna, I mean, they're not gonna eat the grass. We just pulling this stuff out of here.
I said this.
Oh, that? Oh, because it's pepper, spicy?
No, it's not spicy to me.
Eat one and see. I dare you. I dare you to eat one of those and see how spicy they are. Your mama tried it already.
I tried it last night. Then it was not spicy to me. I keep on eating it. Then I spit it out my mouth.
Having a raised bed is good. You can come out and get your old chair and sit in. I was gonna leave this salad, but me and my baby decided that we'd take them today and we'll eat them, right? Make us some salad, and that way we can move them out of here, have us more space to plant. So let's do that. And we'll get Mama, I like that purple, I'll leave that one, but we'll get Mama to clean them for us. As the summer progresses, our eating changes. During the winter, we eat a lot of the greens, the kale. We don't really eat much of it besides for smoothies or things like that during the summertime. But the composition of our salad goes from a salady type salad to more so like a fruity salad, watermelon, especially with the cucumbers and tomatoes. So a lot of our salad changes during the winter time. We don't really have much tomatoes from what we have from the fall, but in the summertime you really can get away from the cool weather crops and just let your body change with the weather. What about these over here? You think we want to take these out? Yeah. And some of these things haven't been really growing as much anyway. So when you're looking at your garden area, your square footage, if something isn't growing as much, go ahead on and put something there. For whatever reason, maybe it doesn't like the soil or it doesn't like the spacing, at least thin it out or something. But these are gone. All right, and like I said, the roots are still in the ground, so the roots are gonna decompose, hopefully, over time, and that's gonna feed those worms and things that we've placed in here. Just the weed.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at those weeds and I just be wishing that I knew what they were, whether or not they were edible or not. And these raised beds, as long as you keep something planted in them, you can actually, by planting and keeping things planted, you actually keep from having a overgrowth of grass, basically, like you see kind of outside of this raised bed. They do get in, the seeds still get in, but for the most part, they can't get enough sunlight to stay up to grow, because all these other things are kind of shading out the ground, which is why those cantaloupes wasn't growing. Okay, so what we want to do now, you want me to take this? All right, so we'll put that on the side. What we want to do now is kind of think about what we want. I've already came last night. Let me move this. Last night I came out because I had the planting fever, so I came out and I planted some hot banana peppers and watered them in. I got some Tabasco in there as well, some back here. So today we're gonna look at, we have some green bell peppers, which is yours, right? Yeah. This is called Louisiana long green, and these are straight neck yellow squash. They get fairly big. So we're not going to put many of them, and we have some spots in our bed over here. I'll show you that if you saw the video that came out earlier this week, but we prepped that garden bed. Some of those plants have died, and some of those spaces we still had open, so we're going to take some of these and plant over there as well. But right now we want to look at what we have. We can put a pepper, a bell pepper here. But our cantaloupe, we know that we want those to kind of vine over the side anyway. Hopefully, they probably won't. But some kind of way I'll get that vine to kind of guide itself outside of this raised bed, because we can't have it vining all through the raised bed. So as it grows, it probably wants to reach some kind of sun, and we'll see what it does. We'll kind of guide it a little bit. So let's start the planting this. I'm gonna give you a hole. Can you dig this hole out for me? Dig a hole out right there. I'll hold this for you. Let's put a pepper. I'll let you put one of those peppers out there. No, Ava's on the end. Let's put an eggplant right out there.
Okay.
No, I lied. Let's put some peppers on the corners. Those eggplants grow big, though.
Oh.
Let's go. We'll put an eggplant.
Over here?
On this edge. Ooh. Now let me let them see that. as we go, and we took a shovel full of that, and you see here how it turns white. So that's that good bacteria and fungi growth that they're always talking about. And you get that. I mean, don't think that you have to have a green thumb to get those kind of results ever. Don't let nobody trick you or fool you into that. All right. So I'll take one out for you. And all you want to do is put it right in this hole that we already made, okay?
Yeah.
So how's growing been going, man? I've been seeing the weather, it's been cold here, which has hampered the growth on a lot of our vegetables. A lot of the things that we're growing actually loves a little bit more heat than what we've been getting. So everything's growing slow, like the bitter melon, the Merlinton. Everything's been really growing really slow, but we have a long growing season here. So I know eventually, good job, eventually it's going to take off. And all we're going to do is fill in around it, okay? So we're just waiting on that time. Now it's kind of hot to be out planting. Most people like to plant in the cool of the day, but we're not into those summer months where it's actually 100 degrees. We got hot bananas. That's good roots. Let's give me another hole right here. Let's see. Yeah, about right there. Watch the other plants now. Whoa! And this isn't hard. All we want to do is just dig it out a little bit. And we'll put this plant in that hole.
I can do a thing.
Watch that. No, you see, you gotta watch the other plants. You can't be that excited to where you smash another plant. You want to put it in. You want to sit it in straight, right? And then take the other dirt and just fill it back in around it, okay? And we'll water them in. So that'll be nice and water. You always can go and
drink, drink, drink.
And drink, drink, drink. Yeah, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. All right, so let's keep these out of here so we can see actually the space we have. All right, I think it's getting kind of close. A lot of this stuff is close, but this is our close bed. If you can see, we've made a living off of this bed by planting everything as tight as we can get it. We filled this with good horse manure and just regular potting soil. So it's ready. It's not gonna, I think it can last another season of some nice close planting. I want to put a squash up in here.
Wow.
Yeah, one of these babies. Let's see. Yeah, some of them that's been broke off, so I can take that out of there. Let's use this one. I'll give it to you. Alright. We're going right here. Ready? Grab a little. Alright. And it makes it so easy. Look, we've been sitting down. Alright. Looks a little too deep. You can always pick it right back out, put a little dirt back in, drop it right back down.
Then you get
Build your dirt up around it. And steady weeding. I'm steady weeding while we're doing this. I can see one here. I can see one here. Bell pepper.
I just saw a little worm. Honey.
So that's one thing you really have to think about is when to take these plants out. When to get rid of your plants. When it's time to stop holding on. We hold on to our plants sometimes a little too long. So we have to figure that out. Right in that hole, baby. Watch the other plant that you don't smash. Remember that? You see that? You almost smashed it. When we've held on to our plants too long, because they're actually steady feeding from the ground. What's wrong?
I'm getting hot.
Getting hot? You about to leave me? You about to go inside? You go get some? Not yet. So that's one thing you really have to be aware of. It's okay to pull your plants out. Or in my case, it's okay to cut them out. We'll feed these to the chickens. I have a whole batch. You want to go do that?
Yeah.
You want to go give this to the chicks?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Hi.
See you later. Let's go right over that way.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, baby. So that's one of the things that you really have to be aware of. It's how it deems itself to be time. These, I'll say, they're growing stronger and stronger, and we'll just keep doing what we've been doing, just harvesting them and letting it grow. It is not showing any signs that it's under any stress. It's not showing any signs that it's ready to come out, as those greens were kind of bolting, showing that they were done, that they were spent. So we actually benefited by taking those out, getting us some new starts in the ground. Over here, we actually have our watermelon that are coming up. I would say amazing. Look at that. Yes?
Open the door.
No, just put it in through the fence. Hold on, Daddy coming. If you can look here, this is the area that we were just in, and this is our celery. Look how beautiful, how many stalks she's getting out of that. And we use that for juicing as well. Belle does a lot of juicing with the celery and the kale together, and just making smoothies and stuff for the kids. They really enjoy. The blueberries are really coming in. I mean, we have blueberries everywhere. We have probably about 10 blueberry bushes. Actually, here is you'll see this video coming soon. This will be one of the places where we planted that banana. We actually, okay. And we actually saved that banana tree throughout the winter inside the house, which was, she's over there, you can't see her, but she's over there feeding the chickens those flowers, those greens we just took out. So we planted this bed, and you saw that, and the reason we had those high rows, you can see right here, it's still inundated with water. The same way this one we haven't finished. because it rains so much that we have to wait for it to dry out before we can do anything. So by having these high rows, it allows us to plant here in this area, but still. And look, we planted this right before Good Friday. I'm gonna let you get a look at that. There's already fruit coming on these. Same here. There's already squash coming on these bad boys. But you can also see here, not everything makes it when you plant. Here we forgot to even plant right there, but not everything makes it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in here and we're gonna get areas like that. That's right here in the middle. Something, whatever was there, I think it was a tomato. It didn't make it. Here we have some okra coming up. They're small now, but whatever seeds we planted over here, they're not coming up. So we're gonna replant again. And that's the beauty of seeds, is you can keep putting and make sure you're putting stuff that you like. You can keep putting until something comes up. So this is how it looks now, but this is not how it's gonna look 1 month from now. 1 month from now, you're gonna be like, OMG, not God, because we don't use God's name in vain. So you'll say that, oh my gosh. But isn't this a beautiful garden, chat? To sit down, once I get this done, to sit down and say, welcome to Louisiana Gardening family. Thank you for taking time to enjoy your day with us and become a part of our lives. And it's done. How do you like that? Y'all be careful, take care of yourself and each other. God bless you. Peace. Next time I'm doing a garden chat from right here, I promise. See ya.